Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here again. Welcome back to Success Training, and this is the conversions module. This is definitely one of the more important and crucial modules because it teaches you how to really harness the power of Social Media Massacre and put it into action. But let's go ahead and dive right on in. So, what are we going to cover in this training section? First thing I'm going to go over is what are conversions and why are they important? Conversions are really the key to online success. You can have as much traffic as you want, you can have as many visitors as you want, as many leads, but if you can't convert those, then it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. I'm also going to talk about what you need to maximize conversions. There are definitely several things you're going to need to really increase your chances of getting conversions, as well as how to separate low quality conversions from high quality conversions. I'm also finally going to talk about the best ways to get conversions with Social Media Massacre, and obviously this extends over into many other traffic sources. So what are conversions and why are they important? Well, like I said, conversions are what truly separates successful businesses from failed businesses. And a conversion is the process of turning a complete stranger into an investigator and later a buyer and promoter. And with any method, it's very important to set up a proper sales funnel and squeeze page so that you can maximize your conversions. For those of you who don't know what a squeeze page is one of those pages that will ask you for your email address in return for something. For example, if you've ever seen one of those pages that has an empty box where you can insert your email, it has a submit button below, and then above it will have a phrase such as discover how I make $50 per day online. That's a squeeze page. So even if you're using quality traffic, AdWords, Bing ads, Facebook traffic, you're not going to get many conversions without the proper things in place. And I'll go ahead and let you know that I have provided some success tools with this module to get you off the ground as soon as possible, so you guys don't have to go out and build a squeeze page. I've already built it. So what do you need to maximize conversions? The first thing you guys are going to need is a website. A website is going to serve as the hub and the real center of all of your marketing efforts, so I really recommend that you have one. The biggest reason you're going to want to have one is because you need your own place to host squeeze and landing pages. Many mailing list providers like Aweber, MailChimp, and GetResponse will allow you to host pages on their own servers. The problem with this is that you really don't have the complete control that you would have by having your own website. So once again, guys, if you don't have one, that's completely fine. It's not going to cost you a lot of money or take a lot of time. I have provided a link in the link list section of this module on how to build a website really quickly and for really cheap, so be sure to check that out. The next thing you're going to need is a squeezer landing page. If you don't know how to make one, that's completely fine. As I said a minute ago, I have provided some ready-to-use templates in this module so you guys can get up and running immediately. I have also included a 20-minute long advanced training video to help you guys get off the ground and being able to make your own squeeze and landing pages. It's also really important to have a highly converting page. And once again, the templates I've provided have done this for you, but it's really important to eventually be able to implement your own strategies to increase conversions. And the biggest thing, as I say in the advanced training video that comes with this module, the most important and valuable aspect of a highly converting page would probably be video. And video has been proven for years to increase conversions by as much as 200-300%, as much as 1,000%. So you guys can find some great tutorials on YouTube on how to make a great sales video or an opt-in video. There are also many WordPress tools for this. The next thing that you're going to want to be sure of is that you don't look spammy. Be sure to check out the branding module and really understand what I mean by looking professional and really giving people that full experience that they need to really involve themselves in not only your websites but your products as well. So be sure to look professional, look like the real deal, be legitimate, and build out your social profiles. I can assure you guys, as an experienced marketer myself, that trust is the most important aspect of marketing. and it is the difference between tons of conversions and no conversions. In other words, it's the difference between making a lot of money and making nothing. And spamming will also put your social accounts at risk. Once again, as I always say, I don't advocate spamming at all, so please do not do that. So, what's the best way to get conversions with this method? Plain and simple, guys, list building. And for those of you who are scared of building a list or think that it's really hard, it's really not. And list building gives you a lot of leverage. There's a reason why so many online marketers love list building. And the reason why you want to build a list is because you need to understand that if you can capture one visitor on your page and you can show them something 6 or 7 times, you have a nearly 90% higher chance of obtaining their information again, whether it's a CPA offer or a sale, than you would if they were just passing through as a random visitor. So once again, guys, list building allows you to really collect your traffic and really be able to harness the power of that and hit them with repeat offers. As my mentor told me, it requires 6 or 7 times really to hit somebody with an offer before they pick it up and run with it. So this is the beauty of list building and why list building functions so well for me with Social Media Massacre. If you guys saw my screenshot of my ClickBank earnings with this method, that is because I built a list with this method. So it's also important to offer a free gift, and cheap PLR works very well. If you don't know what PLR is, it stands for private label rights, and what this allows you to do is purchase content and slap your name on it. It's something that you can literally purchase for as low as $2 to $3. So you're going to want to give them this free gift or this cheap PLR in return for them signing up. And make sure that your offer follows your medium. For example, on your squeeze page, you need to let somebody know that you need their email address to send them their free gift. So you don't want to make it seem like you're selling emails or you're doing anything that's sketchy or shady, because in today's world, people are extremely careful with not only their wallets, but their email addresses, their phone numbers, anything that's their personal information. And, most people just really do not trust email submits nowadays due to just the massive explosion in spam and, like I said a second ago, list selling. So make sure that you're appearing to be very trustworthy. Another thing I always recommend is to have a notice on your page that states that you do not sell people's information, that they're completely safe by giving their information to you. So, as I say in the original video, make sure that you're testing different headlines, profile pictures, and hashtags. This is the biggest trick that you can ever do, the most powerful thing you can ever do with this method to really knock the socks off of it. And you're going to want to track your results every single time. And it's really, really easy to do this. You don't need any expensive software, or you don't need anything crazy like that. All you need is just to create a separate goo.gl link every time you do it. So just be sure to track. You could even take a pen and paper and track what's working best for you. And once you find what works, make sure that you stick with that and focus on further improving it. Once again, guys, the conversions module here goes really hand in hand with branding as far as looking professional and really maximizing the trust relationship that you establish with visitors. So if you guys haven't checked that out, feel free to check that out as well. But the great way to test what's working for you and your changes with your headlines and your profile pictures and hashtags is really to do split testing. So as I say, guys, track everything with a new Google URL shortened link and make sure that you are figuring out what works for you and what does not work for you. Each niche is going to be different. The next important aspect of getting conversions with Social Media Massacre is to understand what your list wants. Here's a really important tip for you guys. A buyer's list is much different than a freebies list. This is one thing that many struggling internet marketers fail to understand, is that a list that you build for free, or a list that is built off of people that have not spent money on you, is only going to respond to free or extremely low ticket items. The reason for this is because everybody loves free. I mean, ask yourself, do I love free stuff? I can nearly guarantee that you're going to say yes. And most people follow this same logic, so you're going to need to, at least if you have a free list, if you're using this method and you're building a free list, you're not building a buyer's list, hit that list with free offers. A great way to do this is by signing up for a CPA network that offers free trials in your niche. Another thing you can do is to restructure PLR and include affiliate links in your content. This will allow you to monetize all while giving out free information. This is a trick that I've been doing for a very long time to make a ton of money. So there's a little gold nugget, guys. Another thing you're going to want is to invest in an autoresponder. This is going to reduce a lot of the workload, take it completely off of your plate. So every marketer should have an autoresponder. And this will allow you to focus on getting more traffic instead of worrying about mailing your list. And I recommend that you build a 5-day autoresponder sequence. And what an autoresponder sequence is if you've ever subscribed to somebody's mailing list, you'll see an email that's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. This is a sequence. This allows them to have basically an email funnel set up to really harness new visitors. And try, like I said, try putting tons of affiliate links and freebies. You guys are going to be floored at how well this works for you. You can actually make a killing off of doing this on the Warrior Forum alone and including links to these freebies and your squeeze pages simply in your signature. And this is, like I say, this is something I've been doing for a very long time now. So another thing you can do, especially with this, the freebies side of things and giving out free gifts, is to approach this by writing short how-tos or top 5 reports. I've been doing how-tos for a long time now. That's what that's how that entire list that you guys saw on the sales page of Social Media Massacre was built, was from giving out how-to reports. It was a how-to report on SEO. And I included affiliate links in there as well. So these people were reading my content, I was able to draw them in and have a much higher chance of making sales by providing the content that they wanted, which was free content. So how-to guides and top 5 reports convert very well. If you're wondering what kind of freebies to make, that's a great place to start. And just remember that people always need information, guys. There's 2 types of currency in this world. There's information and there's influence. There's nothing else. So if you can provide them with a solution, you're going to make money doing it, and a lot of money. The next thing you're really going to want to do is just extend your reach. Once you're doing testing and you're split testing your squeeze pages, your landing pages, as well as your add me fast headlines, your profile pictures, your social branding, you're going to want to step outside of Twitter and Facebook. I can promise you guys that there is a world of traffic way outside of Twitter and Facebook. One that works very well is actually SoundCloud. Publishing your own podcasts and blasting them out on SoundCloud is an amazing way to get traffic. For those of you who are familiar with Pat Flynn, Pat reaps in tons of money in traffic from podcasts. He's actually one of the largest internet marketing podcasts ever. But once again, you really don't need to be on that same level with Pat Flynn to see a ton of traffic coming to you. And the good news about SoundCloud and other, unconventional approaches to obtaining traffic is that these visitors end up being a lot more involved because they have already invested themselves in listening to what you have to say. So they end up being a lot more high quality. So once again, guys, you're going to want to step out onto the Pinterest scene, the Tumblr scene. Really take advantage of the list of social media exchanges I've provided to you guys with the original product, and really leverage that to reach the entire social scene. Another great one is Instagram. Instagram is actually one that marketers have been blowing up on the Warrior Forum, especially recently. With CPA offers, affiliate links, they've been making hundreds of dollars a day using Instagram. So Instagram is a great one. It's a proven track record for not only getting tons of traffic, but actually making sales as well. So there are several social media exchanges out there that allow you to use Instagram. So I really recommend that you guys take advantage of that one. And as I've said this entire presentation, guys, don't stick to one network. You guys are really going to want to go out there onto SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram. Just really go out there and hit every single network that you can and do your split testing. Test which landing pages and squeeze pages work for you, which headlines, profile pictures, what branding methods work for you, and knock it out of the park. You guys, once you figure out what works and what does not work, that's personally how I have been extremely successful with this method. I've figured out what works for me and what does not work for me, so I can reproduce results every single day consistently. And once again, like I've said throughout the whole presentation, I have provided some success tools to get this up and running as fast as possible. You guys are definitely going to want to check out the templates I've provided, as well as the advanced training module that I have given you, completely 100% free. I just want to make sure you guys are getting value. You guys are picturing your success and getting out there and taking action. So I really recommend that you check out the success tools and really put this into play as soon as possible. But thanks a lot, guys, for joining me for another advanced training module. I wish you guys all the best. And once again, we are just on the very, very tip of what Social Media Massacre is just capable of. So once again, guys, thanks a lot for joining me, and best of luck.